Hello and welcome to our first fireside chat / story read along time. I don't know about you, but I love story time. We had it up until 6th grade because we were still in elementary school. And Miss Layton would read these fabulous books that would just take me away to different places after lunch and recess. And it just felt like a time to sit and digest the first half of the day. We are at Winter Solstice, we're at Christmas Eve, so therefore that is why we have this beautiful scene behind us, thanks to YouTube, and just wanted a chance for you to have something to sit back and listen to that would spark your imagination. So this piece I started to write just a few months after leaving the Christian church. Stay tuned because in the new year I will be sharing my deconstruction journey that was not just one part, not just two parts, but many parts, i.e. deconstructing patriarchy. In this part of my journey, I was really starting to tune into how patriarchy had abducted my deed to my own body through my womb by telling me I didn't have the right to own my own womb fully, that the state and Christianity and God and men had the right to do that. And so I was reclaiming that part in myself and learning more about the goddesses that actually do show up in the Bible, Asherah being one of them. This is a piece that I have redone many times over the years. I started writing it back in 2012. I just redid it and released it on Substack in 3 parts. So if you're listening to this today on Christmas Eve, you actually have the advanced version because they've only seen 2 parts and you get all 3 of them today. The 3rd part on Substack will be released on Friday. I do encourage you to go check out the Substacks. I will show some of the amazing images that my friend ChatGPT developed for Substack. They are breathtaking, and just the imagery, I could sit and look at some of these images for hours. So if you need to pause your video and get a drink so that you have something warm, whew, my nose is cold, get a blanket, sit back and relax and enjoy. And yes, I'm at that stage where if I'm reading something, I have to have the glasses on. I'm gonna read it straight from Substack. So there's an introductory part, then there is the prologue to this piece and the reference guide, which I will put down below. So the reference guide will help you understand some of these themes that I'm pulling up and resurrecting for us to look and explore. That's all part of the day 1 over on Substack. And then I divided it into 2 more parts. Without further ado, let's dive in. Dear gentle soul, happy winter solstice and Merry Christmas. As the longest, darkest day turns to light, here are some near and dear pieces that have been sitting in my own inner womb. The first one, in 3 parts, as I mentioned, is from my first winter of life after leaving the Christian church. I had just begun to understand the concept and mythology of the sacred profane and my own inner divinity of being a representation of the feminine. If you want to know more about sacred profane, I'll put the link also down below to the Substack article I wrote about that. The week of New Year's, I will be sharing my first excerpt from my first draft of my first historical fiction novel, The Sacred Tryst, where we transport ourselves into the story of the Christ. But there's a twist, of course, and look at it from a completely new feminine heroine perspective. So stay tuned for that. Even though I no longer believe in Jesus as the Son and Savior, even though I no longer have a formal, well-defined belief in any divinity, the magic of this time of year still grabs a hold of me, especially when you combine the birth of light with the winter solstice, as they seem to be pleading with us to do anywho naturally. The union of creation power found in the feminine with the protection, care, and adoration of her masculine sentinel. These are some of the things I find magical. The guardian of cold night, often depicted with snow that softens sound so we can look inwards for light and wisdom. 'Tis night that begs us to slow down so we can rest deeply, dream actively, and imagine it for even one small moment as the world around us seems to exhale and inhale a moment of stillness, a moment of peace, of love in the pregnant void. This year, I'm going to ask us to sit with an entirely new way to see the Christ. It might feel uncomfortable as our mental picture will not want to do that with this image, and it will attempt to force a white male man back into view. That is just our own inner patriarchy that always puts a male at the center of this story. But what if we gave ourselves a present, that exhale and inhale for just a brief moment to open the curtain on a new era, one in which Mary of Magdala could be envisioned as the Christ, with her message of peace, love, equality, helping hands, and union above all else. This Christmas, as we honor the story of a mother bringing forth light into darkness, let us also remember the untold stories, the ones where women and the goddess and the goddesses held the sacred flame of creation through the ages. Below you will find that Asherah, the tree of life and knowledge, calls us to awaken to this possible version of history and thus the truth. As the Divine Mother calls her children to awaken, let this season remind us to return to the tree of life, to the source of vitality and wisdom, the place where love embraces the darkest light as a means to enter the light of darkness. As we gather around trees adorned with lights, let us remember the tree of life as the promise of renewal and hope. May we awaken to the love that transcends all fear in all of its forms, embodying the sacred union that bursts the light of divinity within. Shall we begin? To the one my heart is calling. This is the story of the journey of Asherah, of her long voyage home to find her one and only her El. Her El had long ago been severed from her embrace in a place called Eden, in a time of the darkest light. The darkest light was and is busy keeping Asherah from the yearning of her heart, for the darkest light does not understand the love of the divine, a love for all and all for love. From their love, the divine created the children of love and of light. Their children have been led astray, shrouded in confusion since this time, since the time of Asherah's parting from her El by the darkest light. Yet her passion, her yearning to reclaim her lover, she has never abandoned. Even during the darkest light, even over the millennia, her love continuously beckons him home. Try as the darkest light might to snuff out love's true might, and thus in the story of the love divine, embers of the purest light have flickered in the shadows, even until this present night. She is calling us now, O women of Asherah, calling all the women of the world. She is calling us back to her side, back to her tree that is said to be of the knowledge of good and evil. The serpent, she is stirring, uncoiling, unraveling this deceit of the garden. The serpent, she is calling us back, weaving us back together to the source of our beginning, the mother womb of Eden. And why, O women of Asherah, is she calling us now? For the yearning of her heart is to be reunited pillar of masculine, the cedar of Lebanon, her tree of life. His mouth is sweetness itself. He is altogether lovely. This is her lover. This is her friend. She will go quietly no more into the darkest light, for she has come to us to help her put back what is right. This is the story of the journey of Asherah, of her long voyage home to find her one and only, her El, who had long ago been severed from her embrace in a place called Eden in a time of the darkest light. Part 1. I have been on a journey, a descent to the hearth of Mama Earth, into the sacred womb of the Divine Mother, a path of profound sorrow, boundless insight, and heartfelt reconciliation between myself and Asherah, myself and El. A journey back to the beginning of who I always was. From the beginning, I have always been a daughter of God, a child of light. Yet for a time, my dearest one, my light was veiled by fear, shrouded in oppression and shadowed by night. I had lessons to learn, stories to live, and wisdom to discern. Is my fear all but gone? I wish I could moan and delight that it is so. But like you, my dear one, my heart is calling. My trepidation lingers. But then I feel you, your eyes upon me. I meet your searching gaze from beyond the one that stands between. I am unsettled in the openness, the calling I see in your eyes. Yet more than my trepidation, my beloved, I dread a life built on lies. I recoil at the thought of dwelling in hesitation instead of elation, of shrinking instead of singing a fierce anthem. Life is for those who dare, for those who ravishingly seize each moment as if it was their very last. Alas, my stag, when you come looking for me, I will set aside my apprehension, so I may worship you in heart, body, and soul with what is mine to give, that our love may be a dance of pleasure for the divine. I am open, I am ready. to be fully known. I am open, I am ready to receive you, my love. A woman of Asherah, I promise this to no other, only to the one my heart is calling. A woman of Asherah, I promise this to no other, only to my lover. My heart grows faint with longing for you to come to me, for us to be who we are, not who the world desires us to be. For the love we share is to mend our wounds, to shatter these ironclad bar tombs. I am undone with yearning for your unwavering presence, weak with desire for the weight of your steadfast consciousness. Oh, that you might know the depths of my love carried across lifetimes. Oh, that you might see I would risk all I have to show you my devotion, risk all that I am to call you out of hiding. I feel the love you long to give, and I count it as sacred as the burning bush that burns yet is not consumed, as sacred as the pillar of fire that guides the way by day and night, as sacred as the cup of wine that touches your softly smoldering lips. I am open, I am ready to be fully known. I am open, I am ready to receive you, my love. O woman of Asherah, I promise this to no other, only to the one my heart is calling. You penetrate my soul with your gaze, searching, questioning, imploring me to take your love urgently as if it is mine. Your eyes plead, refusing to let me linger in denial for another night, seeking a sanctuary for your wearied soul to rest. With every moment your warmth spreads through me, snaking up my spine, a blazing sun that thaws the darkened caverns of my soul, guiding you to the places you've always desired to know. Your presence consumes me, ravishing my resistance, crumbling every wall until all is left with abandon. With trembling, growing fervor, I yield, my voice a breathless whisper, a triumphant cry. Yes, 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 my Lord, my God. I am open, I am ready to receive you, my love. I am open, I am ready for you to take me to God. Oh, the jealousy that cataclysmically consumes me when I think of the sacred cup that graces my lover's lips, your lips dripping with the balm that soothes my soul. Your love, so sacred, is a refining fire that purifies my soul. When our love intertwines, it is nothing short of divine. It unveils the mystery of God, a chance to reunite Asherah and her El. Our love weaves together a holy matrimony of all that is, of all that was, and of all that will be forevermore. In this bounded might we are made whole, holy, pure, and right. What else could this be but love's pure light? I am open, I am ready to receive you, my love. I am open, I am ready for you to take me to God. O woman of Asherah, I promise this to no other, only to my lover. I hold you, the one my heart is calling, delicately and true, cradled within the palm of my hands. I know not who you are, yet know you are he, the one my heart is calling. Until my eyes behold you, I hold fast to the promise of this love. My arms open wide, yearning to embrace you, my lover, my grace. I love with abandon in the here and now, preparing myself for your deep bow. Your love is worth the wait, even now, as I ache to be your mate. Until that time when our love unravels the deceit of the darkest light, I live sustained by the promise of what awaits. This promise nourishes me, it strengthens me, carries me forward until you are ready to come to me, my stallion. In the meantime, our love is not ours alone to claim. It is ours to share in this brave new world. We live it, embody it, rejoice in it with all the children of light, to shatter the chains and set the captives free from the shores of Babylon. I am open, I am ready to love you with urgency, not with haste. I am open, I am ready to receive you, my love. O woman of Asherah, I promise this to no other, only to the one my heart is calling. Together we are the sacred profane dance of the divine, the intertwined roots of heaven and earth, yet the darkest light has conspired to keep us apart, to destroy us, the children of light. We have been severed for far too long, my love, divided by deception, whispered to you about my beauty and essence, my tree you once knew. I too have believed these lies over the centuries that sought to conquer my beauty, control my wisdom, harness my power about my tree of knowledge of me. Yet no longer I rise and take my stand. I claim my birthright once again, rooted as deeply as the font and well of wisdom. I am your keeper, of mysteries, calling you back to the garden, our promise and our revelry. Come claim your spot next to me, my stag. As my complement you will be, as the tree of life is thee. Oh, my stag, hear my pleas. Listen to the story buried within my seeds. For only when we stand united, unbroken and boundless love, may we move mountains that take us to God. I am open, I am ready to receive you, my love. I am open, I am ready for you to take me to God. O woman of Asherah, I promise this to no other, only to my lover. I promise to worship thee, my pillar, my cedar of Lebanon, my masculine divine. I promise to worship thee as you lay claim to our garden, on which sacred ground I lie, eagerly awaiting your waters that bring life. Our garden overflows with the bounty of creation, its choicest fruits offered to you. Take what you desire, my stag. My fruit does not deceive, nor bring sin. It is to unleash the creative healing power within, the destiny of rebirth, of hope, of unbridled joy, of the unyielding life that swells up within inside me. My plump fruit is yours to savor, a testament to the goodness of these bodies, to feast upon as we desire. Let them carry us to the heavenly throne room, romping and playing in the cosmos of eternal bliss. Oh, my beloved, hear my call. Know that your body is a gift for both of us, for here and now, not for some far off unseen day. No more separation, no more division, only two embodied souls breathing, pulsing, reveling as one, delighting in the sheer ecstasy of our love. I am open, I am ready to receive you, my love. I am open, I am ready for you to take me to God. O woman of Asherah, I promise this to no other, only to my lover. I yearn for you, the one my heart is calling, for the strength of your presence, rooted firmly as a cedar of Lebanon. I ache for you, my pillar of strength, to rise and take your place, so that I may fully envelop you in the unrelenting waves of my love, swelling and crashing within my soul. May I be a soft homecoming, eagerly awaiting your return, my song sweetly beckoning you forward, my love washing over you in cleansing waves. Alas, until the day my heart's delight is found, until we are reunited once more, I will practice my love. I will shower my children, our children of light, with love that nourishes their roots. I will cast my devotion upon the women of Asherah, so they in turn may find the ones their hearts are calling, so they may aid me in reuniting Asherah and her El. And to those who will listen, I will sing soft words of a long ago lullaby, a song that leads us all back to the way of love's pure light. So do not despair, my love. My wellspring of bounty will never falter nor run dry. I know the source of its spring, tapped the well of living water. I know the way to never thirst again. My cup truly overflows with love that is ours. This love is the lost fountain of youth, the eternal source to the everlasting, the Alpha and the Omega, the way to God. So what are you waiting for, my beloved, the one my heart is calling? Do you not see me on the shores of Babylon, weeping, awaiting your return to ravish me as you please? Do you not see me waving you homewards, calling you to rest, my wearied sailor, from your long voyage at sea? Do you not hear my voice whispering your name in the quiet of night, pleading for you to come to me, to find solace for your weathered soul? Do you not feel my yearning, my longing, the ache in my bones for your presence, for the nourishment only you can bring? Do you not know me by now, my lover, my stag? After all the ways you have entered my den, do you not realize your hurt is here with me? Do you not yet recognize my voice calling you, waiting for you, yearning for you, so that we together may take each other to the very throne room of God? I am open, I am ready to receive you, my love. I am open, I am ready for you to take me to God. A woman of Asherah, I promise this to no other, only to my lover. This is the story of the journey of Asherah, of her long voyage home to find her one and only, her El, who had long ago been severed from her embrace in a place called Eden in a time of the darkest light. Ho, happy solstice, Merry Christmas, and may the Christ, the true Christ, be resurrected this season in your heart as you await the new story from the Sacred Tryst. Much love. Bye-bye.